And as you arrive today, can you start by allowing the body to tell you that it's a meditation practice? And we do that by slowly calming the body until it is still and centered. There are a few ways you can support this within your physical body. One of those ways is to find somewhere intentional for the hands to rest and then allow them to land and arrive. Another way you can support this in the body is to relax the jaw, to smooth out the forehead as if someone were just brushing over it, saying it's okay to relax here. And then notice if there are any areas of tension that are creeping up through the body as you place your awareness through the body. Perhaps the shoulders need a little bit extra softening. Perhaps the lower legs, the feet can completely relax. Knowing that you are supported by whatever is beneath you holding you, so you don't have to do too much holding on. If you're seated upright, it might be nice to have something behind you to support your spine. If you're lying down, making any final adjustments that you need so that you can soften into practice today. We start with 3 arrival breaths. When you're ready, it's an inhale through the nose. Feel the body expand. And as you exhale, witness the gentle contraction and descent of the body toward the ground. 2 more of those, and you could choose to use an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth for these final rounds. And once you do come to the end of those arrival breaths, gently sealing off the lips and allowing the breath now just to travel up and down the nasal passages. Nasal breathing. And if I said to you at this stage in our practice, what colour would kindness symbolize for you? Can you bring that colour into your awareness now? And if there is a colour that you are connected to and you imagine kindness as a vibration or as a feeling, can you start to inhale that into your body? Through each breath now, imagining this colour, this essence of kindness starting to move further into your being. Opening toward expanded kindness today. And allowing that to infuse the way in which you experience this breathing practice. So just starting to round the breath a little bit more now. You might even find an equal breath in and out, counting to 4 or 5. And it's kind if you can soften into the rib cage, create more opening through the chest. It's kind not to judge your breath or want it to be any other way. Just let it ripple through. Nicely done. So equal, even breath now. And if it's the most kind thing to do for yourself to remain within this breathing technique, in and out, please stay. Otherwise, if you want to journey further, we're going to inhale for a count of 4, pause for a count of 2, and exhale for a count of 6. This is just to begin with, where there will be an opportunity to go a little further with this. But let's just give ourselves the grace of getting comfortable with that gentle hold and pause and that extended exhale. In for 4, suspend, and out for 6. This is the practice. Release any need for this to be perfect or right, and explore. Know that in that gentle breath hold, it is possible to relax even more. So we're breathing in for a count of 4. We're pausing and holding gently the breath for 2 and exhaling for the count of 6. Now, if it's kind to stay within this rhythm, you're feeling good here, stay there. Otherwise, if you want to explore and experience a longer hold and a longer release, you could breathe in for the count of 4 or 5, pause for the same amount of time, and then exhale for double the length of the inhale. So if that was 4, you'd be breathing out for 8. If that was 5, you'd be breathing out for 10. And if you want to go even further, you could make it a hum, audible hum through the body as you breathe out. This stimulates the vagus nerve, which is integral for nervous system regulation. Other ways you can tone the vagus nerve is to sing, to gargle, to splash cold water on your face. Humming is one way to do that, and you could use it on your exhale breath. Choosing your variation and staying with it now for the next few rounds. Coming toward your final round of whatever breathing pattern you have rested upon. And then gently, simply returning to your effortless breath. Fluid, free-flowing, inhale and exhale. Notice here if anything is felt on the back of that breathing practice. Perhaps nothing at all, and that's okay. And we spend just the next few moments simply aware of our breath. Every time the mind wants to take you away from your breathing, are you able to acknowledge it? Witness the mind moving and gravitate toward the breath once again. simple breath awareness, Anapana meditation. The moment of meditation happens when you acknowledge you've come away from your focus and you come back. The focus point today being the breath. And from here, I invite you now to release the focus of the breath and now choose to place your awareness in the center of your chest. Notice any sensations that are present as you become aware of your heart space. And imagine that the breath now, we're just situated here in the heart. As you breathe in, the heart expanded a little bit. And as you breathe out, the heart just gently softens. Breath traveling directly to this part of you. And here in the heart space, we begin our loving kindness style of meditation by imagining a cute little kitten, fluffy and fresh, wide-eyed, playful. Imagine it here with you, perhaps playing, and just generating that feeling of warmth, compassion, appreciation toward this little being. And that same admiration and that fondness can be directed to ourselves if we open toward it. So trying now to generate that same feeling as if looking upon a gorgeous cute kitten toward yourself. Acknowledging all that you are, all your efforts, all the challenges that you've overcome to be here, the human that you are and how you show up in the world for yourself and others. Just taking a moment to acknowledge and appreciate that. And I'm going to drop just a few questions now here in the heart space for you to explore. On a scale of 1 to 10, how kind are you toward others? And just noticing what comes up, accepting it, not needing to change it. And now I ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, how kind you are toward yourself. And be truthful about yourself to yourself. Where would your number lie? Two more questions here to explore in your heart space, to alchemize. How can you expand kindness towards others in the immediate future? Is there something you could do for a loved one this evening that would be kind? Is there a message you could send that would feel kind? Just finding that one actionable thing that you could do and allowing it to be part of your evening ahead. And the final question here is, How can you extend and expand kindness toward yourself in the immediate future? This evening or tomorrow or this week, what could you do that would show yourself that you are being kind toward yourself? Is it making a cup of tea and sitting down and reading a book? Is it simply acknowledging and showing yourself a little bit more love and kindness with your thoughts internally? Is it doing yoga or meditation in the morning so that you start the day on the right foot? Choosing your actionable experience to offer yourself and let it become part of your immediate future. And starting to gently deepen the breath once again here. And as you do deepen the breath, you're just noticing if anything is present with you on the back of this practice. Sometimes when we do heart opening meditations, it can bring up a lot. And I want us to be kind toward ourselves, not trying to change anything, just acknowledging, being with it, noticing, and then moving toward greater kindness day by day. And as the breath starts to filter in a fuller way, start to bring a little bit of subtle movement into the fingers, perhaps the toes. And I invite you today to bring the palms together and start rubbing the hands together until you feel a bit of heat, a little bit of friction. And then I invite you to place your hands, when they're nice and warm, somewhere on the body that could do with a little bit of extra warmth. Is it the eyes? Is it the heart? Is it the chest? Is it the face? Let the warmth settle and soak in. And then ever so slowly from here, you just start to blink the eyes open and come back into the room.